place, home area, but I don't want to go to the other place. Like I told myself, I'm not going back to that place ever again. For the sake of giving myself options, like when one door closes, expect the other door to open. So I'm expecting the other door to open, and this is the door that I'm expecting to open. But see, look with your naked eyes and see what it's doing to me. I can't compete. I love competition, but I can't compete with this kind of internet. Why? Africa, like Uganda. Then every day you get hit by the reality that you live in Uganda. That's your reality, and you're going to face such. Anyway, I should stop complaining. Let me just use it the way it is. If it does me bad, I will be resilient and work with it the way it is. But I'm not going back to the other place. Not going back there. I can get there anytime I want. Even if I wanted to leave right now, I can get there. Even if I decide to leave right now, I can reach. But I know that, but I'm not doing it because I want another door to open for me. Like I believe in the brain. Like my brain can figure out something like that spiritual world. That's what I'm relying on now, to find a way of keep doing what I was doing, but from another location. And I can't go back there because I wasn't talking. I could be on the stream and I wasn't talking. That's why I've delayed. Like I've been doing this for some time and I've delayed because of that. I wasn't talking and people were like, this guy doesn't talk, he's always on the stream, just there staring at the camera. I wasn't staring at the camera, just staring at the camera. I wasn't talking because the room was filled with other people and I couldn't talk. I could cause noise pollution. But here I can stream while you're talking, but the internet. See, why are you doing me like this, Mother Nature? Mother Nature, why are you doing me like this? Food comes from Mother Nature, right? The food we eat comes from Mother Nature. So Mother Nature, why are you doing me like this? I should be competing. I love competition. Healthy competitions. Like a race. You're going for a race. Racing. But how can I race? How can I compete with those guys out there? I know what they know. I know I can do what they do. But I'm hit with the reality that I don't have the what? How is it called? In economics, it's called desirable but not attainable. That I'm not able to attain it. I will not let that hinder me. I will not let that get in my way. Yes, I'm going to be working with this lagging internet. Maybe I will figure out a solution how I can extend, because I see it can work, but it's just up and down, up and down. All the people I'm getting in the comment are all bots. I don't like bots. I don't like artificial intelligence. I like artificial intelligence for the sake of browsing. Yeah, but I don't like it when I need to talk with real people. I don't like talking with artificial intelligence or any of that. No, no, no. Okay, I think I'm done setting up. Other platforms refused because of my internet. It said no, 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 no. You can't even try to stream because of your internet. And I was like, okay, if you don't want to give me a chance, if you feel like you cannot give me a chance, it's okay. It's still very okay. Oh. So I'm supposed to begin the stream at 3 p.m. No, 3 p.m. Yeah. So my PC is slow, my internet is slow, so I have to begin earlier to set up and see how everything goes. This platform has refused because of my internet is very slow, but I'm not going back to the other place. I'm not going back there. I've accepted my reality. First step is accepting your reality. When you accept your reality doesn't define you. You just accept it, but it doesn't define who I am. So I've accepted my reality, though it doesn't define who I am, to find solutions to this reality that I'm living in. How am I going to cope up with the first world? How can I cope up with this first world? Like, in this world where there's abundance. I'm trying again. I believe in trying again. You fail, you try again, 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 you fail, you try again. Every day you are waking up to try. Okay, you do, but it's not about just trying. You do. I do it, but sometimes it's out of my control. These guys are sending me a lot of what's wrong with these people, man. You want me to block you? You come into somebody's stream, you don't even know how I'm getting to be streaming, and you come in the stream, you send spamming my chat, which is obviously not good. So now I'm very happy that at least I have a microphone. Before I didn't have a microphone. It was all just building the idea. These guys are not allowing. Why are you not allowing me to connect to your server? Failed to connect to the server. Failed to connect to the server. Failed to connect to the server. Failed. Yeah. Failed to connect to the server. Anyway, I think I'm set. Instagram is not coming up, so we have nothing to do for it, to just let it be there. These guys, we are going to let you, yeah. Okay, you're going to be on pause. Just there on pause. Anyway, now I think I should begin. I just pray to get a funder, like somebody who can fund me to have this, like a sponsors. Be out there and you can sponsor me. Come in my chat and sponsor me. I need a sponsor. The internet is just there, browsing. And I think I have to read some information. To get some information, and I'd read some information for the people out there and for myself. The information is, we need money, but the information is, I love to put information out there more. I also need money like crazy because I have needs. I need to leave this place and go find my own way. Leaving this place and go find my own way. So need money, but in a calm mind. I don't want to stress myself anymore. I will stress when the time for stress comes. I will be stressed, but right now I feel like it's time for me to just be calm. It's time for me to be calm, like in a calm person. I think today internet is just there, not bad, not good. I can work with it. Yesterday it was so poor, but I'm surprised I'm not getting people on. Why? Anyway, I think I've just begun, and it's like you're talking with yourself. Talking with yourself is a skill. Talking with yourself is a skill. You sit on the internet and you start talking with yourself alone, expecting maybe somebody will listen to you out there in this big world. Maybe somebody out there will listen to you, but for now, just expect to be talking with yourself. For I don't know for how long you can do this, but me, I'm used. This is not my first time talking with myself. It's crazy to talk with yourself, but I'm used, man. Okay, let me begin. Let me begin. I should pronounce my words. I speak a lot of Luganda, and sometimes my accent is in our African languages. But somehow these English people are still over us. And Akanas have legally run pay-the-loan businesses out of their state. Others like New York and New Jersey limit the amount of annual interest they can charge. Even the federal government recognized the problem and put a cap of 36% on payday loans made to military personnel. Hopefully states will follow suit. The classic thought the not car lot is no better. Most of these transactions involve older, cheaper cars. The dealer purchases these cars and sells them for a down payment equal to what he paid for the car. So the payments at 18 to 38% interest paid weekly are all gravy. Tower trucks all over town recognize these exact cars because the car being sold has many times and repeatedly repo with that cutting up ed by the dealer. Every time the dealer sells the car, his return on investment skyrockets. The payments could have purchased the car for cash in a matter of weeks. In fact, the down payment could have purchased the car if the buyer had been a little more savvy. I will be checking on the chat if I get somebody to say hi. I'll be saying hi if I get somebody who can come and say hi. But in the meantime, I'll just be reading. That's what I do most. The down payment could have purchased the car if the buyer had been a little more savvy. Rent to own is one of the worst examples of the little red-faced kid in I want it now mode. The Federal Trade Commission continues to investigate this industry because the effective interest rates in rent to own transactions are over 1800% on average. People rent items they can't possibly afford to buy because they look only at how much a week and think I can afford this. Well, when you look at the numbers, no one can afford this. The average washer and dryer will cost you $20 per week for 90 weeks. That is a total of $18,000 for a washer and dryer you could have bought new at full retail price for $500 and slightly used for $200. As my old professor used to say about the own part of rent to own, we should live so long. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have in order to impress people we don't like. If you had saved $10 per week for just 10 weeks, you could have bought the scratch and bought the scratch and dent model of the floor at the same rent to own store for $200. Or you could have bought a used set of the class field